Smile, tune in.
What you know about Black? The forum is the format. It's MAZ and Tomcat. Who cares who came before that? You should trust me, it's official. Don't just take the flow for granted. We discuss important issues, plus promoting local talent. We three hosts that make the topics flow. Click the link and watch the show. Listen while you're driving home, but don't forget to watch the road. Folks from different walks of life. Gangsters, politicians, single mothers, or musicians. It's important that we listen.
Welcome back to another episode of Platform. This is the 1 year anniversary. Give it up, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
1 year.
What?
1 year.
Already? Well, yeah, I've been looking at your ugly face.
Oh, brother, don't be that way.
Oh, man.
Don't do that.
I don't believe we made it, man.
Joke start early.
Man.
No, we'll waste no time, man.
You. First of all, like,
Share.
and subscribe.
Come on now.
We had a conversation. Y'all don't be liking this.
Yeah. Y'all watch. Y'all watch. I guess we need to make a dislike button for y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all click that and shit, because y'all watching this shit. But y'all like, please, I'm talking shit. Please, click the thumbs up, please.
Please.
We love y'all,
Damn.
please. We try to make something with ourselves.
We got a bag out here.
Yeah.
Of course, y'all see Tom Cat. The Too Sweet ain't here today, but we send our love, and she'll be back soon, real soon. And with that being said, we are off to our beautiful guest.
Special guest star.
Special guest star, activist, Alexandria Hughes. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up,
we
player?
appreciate you.
Hello.
You all
Glad
right?
to be here.
Good. Glad to have you. Let's start it off. We like to start, it's your first time here, so we're going to go with your origin story. Where are you from? And I guess what brings you here? We talking about a few issues as far as Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. But origin, basically where you from, school, and all of that.
Well, I was born in Detroit, Michigan. Childhood was there. Went to high school downriver, high school, middle school downriver. In terms of college, went to U of M, the Dearborn campus specifically.
Okay.
And here today because I'm really about making sure that Black people tell our stories.
Okay.
In the past, as you know, historically, it's not been a lot of us telling our stories, and if it's told, it's other people telling it, and that misrepresents us.
Okay.
So I'm a storyteller and trying to make sure our voices are heard.
Right.
And that's why I'm here today.
Right on.
And make sure our voices are heard accurately.
Yes.
Okay.
sure.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I heard you are a psychology major.
Yes.
Okay, because psychologists study the human mind and
Behavior, mind,
behavior.
feelings.
Because it's my hobby to study psychologists. You know what I'm saying?
So
Because
you
if you
study the people that study.
come on now, I'm trying to cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying?
All
But
right.
yeah, but I mean, give me a little background.
I've always been fascinated with psychology because it's a newer field. When you look at, you look at biology and you look at, health in terms of helping our body physically, that's been around a very long time. A lot of the developments with psychology have come the last 150 years.
Mm.
Really?
So it's a lot to be discovered, a lot that's unknown. The idea of it not being things that we know yet, that's fascinating to me. Because then there's more. There's more for me to discover, and I'm very much so into research and education and just knowing the most random things. So it's nice to know that there's more out there. And with the human brain, we know it's more we need to learn. We don't know everything about the brain.
Absolutely.
And we learn it every day. So that's what my interest in psychology comes
What is
from.
the most interesting thing you've discovered so far about the human mind?
Most interesting? I would say when you look at personality disorders and when you look at, personality disorders, and someone can be a whole nother person and speak other languages, and they've never taken a language class, or they've never went to school for this long term or had life experience, but they somehow portraying a whole nother character. But in their mind, they created that, and they're speaking another language.
Damn.
And the mind has conjured all that together and put that out in the universe. So it's like, why is that happening? Like, how does that even work? Like, being able to, there's people that have faked being pregnant, and they develop the symptoms
Yeah.
of that.
What?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and it starts in the mind, and then it comes to the body, and we behave. So, in the way the mind is telling us to. So, it's just the why behind all those things is what makes psychology so interesting.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Absolutely.
I have to flip to another thing, but affirmative action at U of M, like, so it was stopped at a point. Can you can you like just explain any of that, or do you know anything about that, or why it was stopped, or how you feel about that?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with affirmative action stopping anywhere. We can clearly see economically where black people are in the world compared to other racial groups,
Come on.
and compared to even not just white people, compared to other groups of color. Affirmative action was put in place to give opportunity purposely to people of color, because the system's not set up for
right.
us to succeed like those who are white. Generationally, that's what it is. And I don't agree with that. I feel like it was maybe stopped because of those that were in power at the time at U of M, which is in 2003. So we got 20 years on that. I would like to see it restarted again, personally. Just like when you look at the demographics of U of M, even the Dearborn campus, Dearborn, Ann Arbor, it's not a lot of black people at all. 4% black people in Ann Arbor campus, 8% in Dearborn campus, 70% white in Ann Arbor, 50% white in Dearborn. White classified, because there are people are classified as white in Dearborn, according to the census. But it's not. And then you look at Henry Ford, which I went to before U of M Dearborn. Tons of black people. So I shift over to U of M Dearborn from Henry Ford, which is right next door.
Okay.
Tons of black people, and then you go next door, there's basically none.
That's the truth.
Wow.
Yeah,
I went
there's
to the
basically
graduation.
yeah.
Sorry, I went to graduation. It was just a sea of non-black, for real.
Yeah, and it's like, it's sad. Like, it's like, we right here, so it tells you economically and whatever the standards are, U of M is setting ain't fair to black people.
Not even close.
We can say equality, this is the standard for everybody getting to school, everyone. But everyone can't follow the same set of rules.
Right.
We need equity.
Yeah.
Fairness.
Yeah.
And black people, we need equity. You can't just give us the same rule book you give white people, because it was set up for them.
Exactly.
So, yeah, affirmative action, I would like to see that revamped with equity in mind.
Okay. As far as affirmative action is one tool. Like, what other contributions would you make if you could like kind of do something to further push us closer to that equality we've been looking for?
I would give us more economic power. I would push us more in the direction of the tech world, because there's a lot of money to be made there.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I agree, definitely.
it keeps changing, and there keeps being new things, and there's a lot of money that
That's the
these
truth.
tech people, like when you look at who has the most money, and you look at Google, you look at Facebook,
That's right.
you look at Twitter, you look at all of them, they're the highest earning people. Amazon, highest earning.
Microsoft.
Yeah. So I would like to see us in that world, and focus on economic power as well as, power and social world, but economic as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the move.
Okay.
I don't know, kind of backpedaling. Like I remember, like to me, all these years, like I thought Martin Luther King and them, like they was marching, they was just fighting for civil rights, and they were, but like I guess toward the end, this is just what I gathered. Like in the end, like I guess basically they kind of saying that like why he got killed was because I guess he had just like. It dawned on him like it was the real power was the economic.
Yes.
And
that's where he was going next.
Right.
Yeah.
So we on the got you. Yeah. And that's I think that's where I hear you. That's where we at, and we should be fighting for the economic situation.
Yeah, because like change. We live in a country that's a capitalist country.
Yeah, period.
It's money. The dollar is everything. The black dollar is important.
It's
So withholding the black dollar from these tech companies, it's a lot of power in that. There's, protests, protest is one thing. Being on different platforms and media, that's another form of power. but also economically, that's a form of protest too.
Yeah.
Withholding that money or
Right.
having that money and being able to say, no, we're not allowing this, and having that power. So we can't just focus on the few formers. We got to focus on all aspects.
Because
of change.
I always wondered. I don't know what. I don't remember what day that was. You know what I'm saying? They have like, they have that. I don't know if I got what it's called. Like the blackout or like we gonna pick
Yeah.
today. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
I never followed.
I
How many people like took affected at it? Like, did it
really
shut down?
shocking, yeah,
You know
really,
what I mean?
like-
Like,
I didn't like it personally.
why not?
Because, okay, the blackout was like, okay, the social media people, they're saying, okay, in dedication to Black Lives Matter, we're blacking out. Okay, thank you, okay. But if you do hashtag Black Lives Matter, everything is blacked out. Anything you post with a Black Lives Matter hashtag is blacked out. And there's a lot of, at the time, if you remember, a lot of videos, a lot of people posting public things like, look, these officers are doing this person do this. Like, it needs to be found out.
Yeah.
It seemed like suppressing people's voices, like saying you can't, we don't want people looking at this stuff anymore. That's how it felt.
I got you.
And then if you go on websites, social media sites, people started doing Black Lives Matter with 3 T's instead of 2, because then it wouldn't be blacked out.
Okay.
Oh.
So it just like, it's nice, but I don't get the point of blacking things out for a day. How about using your economic power
Yeah.
to support Black people? How about going to, Ferguson?
Yeah.
How about going to
That's
where George Floyd was killed?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Like, it just like, that's not enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
I remember after it was Philando Castile. After he, like, man, that touched me, like, for real. I know, like, it's been a lot of killings or something and all of that, but I guess to see a man die, like, on camera like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been others, but, like, I saw it. Like, it was wild. But, like, after that, we marched. We went downtown. I went downtown with my cousin. And, it was all solidarity, and it was all good, and everybody was talking about shopping black, and, we need to stop this and that. But we ran out of gas so fast. It was
We
like,
always
after-
do.
Man,
We always do. Like, it's good for the
terrible.
moment. It's almost like a fad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, hey, yo, we on some Black Lives Matter shit this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
And
Next
then
week,
after that, it's-
next week, Gucci.
As soon as we not mad no more.
Hey, like what?
Like,
Like oh my God, yeah, fads and cancel culture, yeah.
yeah.
It's the truth. It's I mean, I know you can't like give a solution. I guess it's how you feel about that. Like, just how we get so amped up and then we fall back so quick. Like, I don't know.
I've always hated it, like, and I've always purposely made a point to say, like, you need to be. It's a 2-step process. Can't just be protest and chill.
There you go.
Like, no, it need to be protests and policy, protests and just whatever. You got to keep going. You can't, I've always made a point to say that, because it feel like you see all these people and then you don't see them at all. So
It's so not funny, but I just
like, no,
it
it's
put it
like-
to
real.
it's so irritating. You have to laugh. It's just so crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like, now I feel like with George Floyd, it woke up a different.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. It's different now.
Yeah.
People, I've seen so many crazy things that I never thought I would see. Just new activists, people just trying to help, don't know what they doing, just like whatever. But it's a lot more people now. I feel like 2020 has been a lot, but I feel like this is the new decade we in.
Absolutely.
So it started off how it should.
Yeah.
Dig
like-
that.
It did.
Dig
It
that.
started off like with BLM movement. It should have been in the forefront. It should have been national a long time ago. And it's good that it's national. It's a lot to deal with, but I feel like we're going in the right direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you are an active member in the Black Lives Movement. What programs, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you involved in, like, as far as the Black Lives Matter movement?
Well, my organizations, I'm with Michigan Liberation, also Accountability for Dearborn.
Okay.
I work in Dearborn, and then specifically with Michigan Liberation, I'm a part of their Oakland County team. I've been with them for like 2+ years. It all started back when we started to create statewide demands, and this was like 2018, 17, with intention of presenting all this information to prosecutors, to people running to be mayor, people, governors, all of that. It talked about the police department, what prosecutors needed to change, judges needed to change, all levels of criminal justice and what needed to happen. So a lot of my work is on a policy level with prosecutors in Oakland County, specifically Karen McDonald, who was just elected as the new prosecutor over Jessica Cooper, which was a big win because Jessica Cooper was very, very problematic.
Okay.
So that's been a relationship with Michigan Liberation we've worked to build over time with her, and now we're at the level where we have her in office. She said she was going to do all this in cash bail, be transparent about who's being prosecuted and things like that.
Right.
So now we got to hold her to that now that she's there.
Absolutely.
And then with accountability for Dearborn is covertly racist.
Is it covert?
Covert for sure.
Okay. I thought it was blatantly racist. Are they sneaky about it now?
I say covert racist. Like if you look in Livonia, because like I'll go around and help other people as well, different things if I have the time. Mm-hmm. So like, if you look at Livonia, I've done work out there, overtly racist. Mm-hmm. They're upfront. The people in city council will blatantly tell you racism cannot be changed with legislation. It's a hard issue. And I've been told that by someone in city council. So like they will tell you those things blatantly and with a smile on their face.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So like they're up front. Then you look at taking it back.
No. It's funny for the person that's not in that race to be like, we can't help you. Sorry.
It's like, you the vice president. You sit across from me like this. Like it's tough meetings I've been in. Very tough meetings.
Shit, I can imagine.
Hey, buck up.
Very hard.
Relax.
So like that and slavery. I didn't benefit from slavery. Like it's a white person saying it's a white man. But people on council, they've said that. Like they openly will say things like that. Dearborn, for example, covert because people on city council are Arab women. Like it's people that's Arab and then it's people that's white women. So it's a mix. Okay. But it's mostly non-white people on council.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, it's a lot of Arabic people in Dearborn. You don't expect like crazy racism. Like the idea is like not expected. But when you really look at Dearborn, it's covertly racist. They get away with a lot. There's not a lot of black people there. Mm-hmm. At all. There's like 4% black people there. Yeah. That's one thing. Okay, maybe it's just not a black area. No.
I mean, is that a real number? 4%? Is that what you said?
That's like a real number.
That's like if it's 500 people there, it's like half a black dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like 4% is nothing.
Like, it's not.
Upper torso.
And you're like, okay, like.
Anyway.
But then it's like, okay, it's low percent. But then when you look at who's arrested, if you look at 2019, 58% of those arrested were black.
In Dearborn.
Yeah.
So y'all like what I said? So we import people to arrest because y'all don't live here.
Yeah. So you look and finding this out through accountability for Dearborn, we had to do a Freedom of Information request to get this information, which took 3 months, by the way, to get. They would not give it to us. So the way we got that was pressuring city council, calling in, and like we should have this information. Like this is public information. Why?
Yeah, I'm about to say it's public. They wouldn't even.
So they didn't want to show us, obviously, because if you you look at that percentage, right? But then when you go back, and by the way, people getting tickets, 43% of those getting tickets, or 46%, I should say, getting tickets are black people. Mm. So there's that. This is all last year.
East Point, you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
Racking up. Yep. I said it. Go ahead.
So you got all of this, knowing that the number in the last decade of people receiving tickets has increased.
Mm-hmm.
In 2010, it was 26% of us receiving tickets, and we only 4% of the population.
Right, and now it's
Now-
46%.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting mad
So,
as hell. Go
yeah.
ahead, keep going.
So,
Okay, that's what I'm saying. See, this time next year, 73% black people get it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, so
it's
like
just
it
obviously
just keeps going, and it's
Wow.
like just hard to look at these numbers. Like I have to
Man,
take
what we
breaks.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Real
Let's do
shit.
something about
Real
this.
shit. Like, how can we, you know what I mean?
So think of
Tell
that.
us.
It gets worse. So Dearborn.
Could it possibly?
This is why part of my work is accountability for Dearborn. This is why, because Dearborn, if you look at the history of Orville Hubbard, like he was all about segregation. He was openly against black people. He was anti-black. He went to the New York Times and said that
What's his name again?
Orville Hubbard.
Orville Hubbard.
He was mayor of Dearborn for 30 years. He was mayor of Dearborn for like 30 years. And he purposely used the police department, fire department, all of those to keep black people out and to wake black people up if they moved there.
Whoa.
He vocally, you could Google him, he said this to everybody, like he was okay with it. He didn't want to hide it. And this was what Dearborn was for 30 years. So that, and then people who came after purposely went after Arabic people, ran off of that, like saying Arabic people don't need to be here. So there's a pattern of racism. And then the man that is John O'Reilly Jr., his father, Senior, used to be police chief under Hubbard.
Mm-hmm.
So what was family dinners like is my question. Like your father used to be a police chief under Hubbard, which used the police department to keep black people out purposely. So it's like you're the mayor now and and then it's like, how's that? How am I supposed to be comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Like you come from that lineage and you haven't done nothing to end what's happening to black people. Like, so when you have that, all that, and then the budget of the city, 43% of the budget is for the police. They have 43% of the city budget is reserved for them. So you have
43%.
Yeah.
That's
For the police.
almost half the budget
Yeah.
for police.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like,
I heard it, Si.
That's man. That's a lot of bullets.
That's a lot of bullets.
yeah. So they'll be doing things like COVID tests.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you doing COVID tests for citizens? Like, why are you, like, they're doing all these things you have social services do. And it's the police, that's not your job. Y'all didn't sign up for this. Why are you responding to people with mental health conditions? They responded to people, and there's 2 cases that, was big news, where a black woman was killed and a black man was killed in Dearborn by police officers. Janet Wilson and Kevin Matthews both had mental disabilities. And one of those officers still works for the Dearborn Police Department. So you have these things happening. You have city council who don't want to admit that there's an anti-black culture in Dearborn. We've asked, like, dude, would you agree, like, you're smart, like, you're a lawyer back, whatever. No, they will not. I've had people tell me that's my opinion, that there is an anti-black culture in Dearborn.
Yes.
So, like, they won't even admit to it. So there's a lot to do in Dearborn, but a lot of our mission has been justice for black lives. And also putting money in the community and helping black people, and not just the police department shouldn't have almost half. Like,
Hell no.
Not ever.
yeah.
Not
so
ever.
Those funds need to go like that.
Yeah.
Need to have all
You mean to actually help the city?
Yeah, help
Yeah.
people. Like,
Yeah.
You're supposed to be one to help people.
Okay. I mean,
So, yeah. So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, my last question. We try to, be balanced here on the show as far as give everybody, because we know it's not, everybody's not good, everybody's not bad. As far as, we know who the issues are, like, who's, believe what they believe. But what, like, as far as, like, what, I'm going to say, I don't know, how supportive do you think a lot of maybe white people have been as far as our cause, and, like, where do you feel like, you feel like it's a majority they are with us?
That's solid too, bro.
You know what I mean?
I feel like everybody needs.
Yeah, like, as we know, it's some solid, white folk, black folk, whatever. Like, so, what's your take on that?
Just white people specifically.
Yeah. Well, just basically all, all races as opposed to us.
I feel like white people have been, of all the allied groups that's allies to black people, white people have been the most allied people.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. Yeah.
They're like when the support now is extreme. Like it's a lot better than it used to be.
Okay.
It's good, but it's also a portion of white people I want to see come to the forefront more.
Come on now.
Those that are more well off.
Yeah, I'm about to say they got to bankroll the front
Yeah.
line. They got to.
I need them to come out more.
If you care.
Yeah.
Like, please show your financial support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you at the rallies.
I need to see them jump out more and start supporting black businesses. Like,
come on.
It's, middle class, low class. It's a ton of support from white people. Ton. But I need to start seeing these business owners. I need to start, those that are really making a lot of money, I need you to come out and start supporting these black businesses. That's what I need to see. In terms of other groups, I feel like there's certain groups I haven't seen much, and I'm like wondering why. It's disappointing.
I don't know who else I haven't seen.
Honestly, yeah, like okay, see,
I ain't
like
gonna lie,
it's a lot. You
nobody.
see a lot of white faces, black and white faces,
Right.
And my thing is, where are all the Arab people? Where are all the Asian people?
Where are all our Indians?
Where Hispanic people? Some of them have black ancestry, so they've been around.
Right.
But it's like, where are the Indian people? And when I think about that, it makes sense. Why? Because you think people come from other countries and things like that, and they might see that as their home and not America.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of Arab people say that, like, I'm going back home. I'm going back, like, they'd be the coolest person ever, but this is just how they talk.
Wow.
Like, I'm going back to Lebanon. Like, I'm going back to Lebanon. Like, they travel. Like, I don't have people in Dubai I can just go to.
Right.
Exactly.
Culture difference.
Exactly.
Like, I'm here. I can't. Like, I was stripped from my people. I can't go back.
This it.
Yeah. This is it now.
Wow.
We
they can leave anytime they want to.
So there's that, but it's making them understand this is your country too. If something happened here, Lebanon is gonna be affected.
That's right.
Like,
come on.
I don't know if you know, but America's been in the Middle East quite a bit.
Right.
Oh boy.
So you got to worry about this one too.
And people don't look at it as far as us being unified, as far as, you know
like
what I'm saying? Like they're not going to stop with us. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to move on once they get us out the way.
And that's my issue with Arab people specifically, because I'm like, y'all of all people should know.
They should.
With 9/11 and how they treat y'all, come on now.
Whoa.
Like, don't do that. And I will argue up and down with Arab people about that, because I absolutely hate that.
Or even the way they played our Asian brothers and sisters on, you know what I'm saying, when the corona dropped. Like, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not, you know, I know they ain't, you know, but
yeah, no.
they not out there like this with us, but.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We gonna have to do a part 2 with you, because you got a whole lot of information. And this was, man, I'm mad as hell, but I'm glad you're here, because like everybody needs to know this shit. Like,
super informative.
We need to give them all your information, where they can find you at. You know, the business, not the business, but your organization. I'm sorry, your organization, like all that good stuff. Tell everybody where they can find you at, and we're gonna do a part 2 if that's cool with you.
Oh no, that's cool.
You'll come back?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just let everybody know where you at, and you know all your info.
So you can find me, my personal account on Facebook, Allie Hughes. Also Instagram, AlliePsych1. Twitter, AlliePsych1. And then my Instagram is activist_heart. My organization is Accountability for Dearborn and Michigan Liberation. You can find both of those by name on all 3 of those platforms.
Okay. Hey, Alexandria Hughes, activist Alexandria Hughes.
Yes.
Appreciate you. We're gonna do a part 2.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for coming out.
Tell everybody where they can find you at, big dog, and please talk about the Black Rhino real quick.
Oh man, we doing it like that?
Real quick,
Black Rhino Project.
Real quick, big dog.
You know what I'm saying? That consists of myself, Miles, producer extraordinaire, been a big help with the project. My cuz, big man, Cypher.
Big
You know what I'm saying? We all got a little album project coming out, and man, be on the lookout for it, man. We're gonna blow it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on Facebook under Saeed Baker, you know what I'm saying? Hustle Crow. You can find me on Instagram, Saeed Baker. You know what I'm saying? So holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We here.
That's right. MAZ, Kamani Carter on Facebook and Instagram. And it's the year anniversary, man. We still here. We going strong. Fuck you, Corona, bitch. We in there live.
Real,
You
dog.
bleep that out. No, don't bleep it out. Keep it, cuz. Alexandria Hughes, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And part 2, we're going to do it again, for real.
Sure,
Thank you. Yo.
We out. Platform.
Thanks, y'all.